I'm DeLisa Alexander. I'm with Red Hat, and I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief People Officer. One trend that I see with women in the workplace is that people opt out, and they opt out too soon. So they may be fairly early in their career when they don't have as much autonomy and as much flexibility as they think they're going to need for the long term. And because of that, they'll get frustrated or just they'll fear failure. They'll fear that they won't live up to expectations. And so rather than continuing to stay the course for the long term, they will opt out for a number of years and then want to opt back in. And if you haven't developed your skills sufficiently before opting out, opting back in can be really, really tough. And so my advice to women is to try to give yourself options. Try to maintain some measure of work during the period of time that it may seem like it's just impossible, because maybe you've got an ailing family member that you need to take care of. Maybe you've got a family situation that's difficult. Opting out completely makes the flexibility and your opportunities for the future when you need to turn them back on much more difficult. And I see this with women all around me. And in certain fields, you can do that. You can opt back in easily, but you really need to think about your field and whether or not you're going to be able to opt back in, because a lot of women at some point decide, wow, I'd really like to opt back in, and they need to really give themselves the flexibility to do that if they'd like to have that option.